This is Château Tanunda, built in 1890. Then it was not only the biggest winery in the Southern Hemisphere, but the biggest building in South Australia. And from its elevated position, it overlooks some of the richest and most fertile wine-growing country in the world. John Geber bought the property 6 years ago, run down and in great need of a little TLC. And that's exactly what it got, and plenty of money thrown at it as well. With the spruce up came the construction of one of the most beautiful little festival cricket grounds in the world.
You know, these are the small things that come rarely, but very gratifying, and I feel it's all worthwhile. You've got the cricketers saying this is a genuine festival ground, or the backdrop of the Barossa, and the Barossa being something so special in our wine industry. The very first winery in the Barossa, and game of cricket, what more can you want? All the best.
Heads it. Heads it is.
Beautiful.
Well done.
The match is the inaugural Premier's 11 versus David Hook's Foundation 11 to raise awareness for organ donation. Playing alongside their heroes were kidney transplant recipients David Whiteman and David Alisi, and Nick Harris, who, unlike his two mates, still spends much of his week on dialysis.
It's frustrating, you know, you want to get on with your life, you're in the prime of your life, in your early 30s, and it's time to move on and do that sort of stuff, and yet you sit there and you've still got to turn up, 20 hours a week out of your life on a dialysis machine. So, but obviously opportunities like this make all that sort of stuff worthwhile.
Nick certainly gave himself permission to shine this day, carting his heroes, including the great Terry Alderman, all over the Barossa.
How excited are you about playing cricket with some of your childhood heroes?
Oh, it's just been the most amazing experience to be part of this, and it's a dream come true.
David Whiteman found a compatible donor in his mother. This followed a tense time. According to physicians, his diagnosis came just in time.
The doctors say I was pretty lucky not to have a heart attack or a stroke, or just not wake up one night, so yeah, I was pretty lucky.
Château Tanunda, beautiful setting, beautiful day, playing with it. Is this one of the peak moments of your life?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was telling the boys I dropped Ricky Ponting on the boundary when I was 11, and yeah, this is my next brush with fame, I reckon.
For David Alisi, another successful transplant recipient, just being out there is a triumph in itself.
So Dave, how important are games like today in sending the message across?
Extremely important. For me personally, it's I never thought I'd get the opportunity to do something like this. Not only for myself, but to be able to show people, how well you can be and the quality of life we share after having a transplant.
And what message do you get out to people?
Especially in Australia, which has one of the lowest organ donation rates in the Western world, foundations like the David Hooks Foundation are just, they're incredible. They are very, very important.
On a picture postcard South Australian day, and at such a wonderful location, both teams and spectators were in their element.
Well, on the subject of wine, Wayne Holsworth sampled the Shiraz last night, and most of his deliveries are ending up in the Chardonnay. What's he bowling out here?
Well, he's serving up a delicious drop, but I think it's tripe.
Oh, there goes another one, 4 through mid-wicket. We'll capture that.
One player who didn't wield the willow with much aplomb was the South Australian Premier Mike Rand. His inability to play the game is infamous.
So I'm the only person ever in 100 years to be sacked from the parliamentary cricket team, and they ain't much good either.
That's exactly what these games are about. Not too many people look at the scoreboard, mark out centre, or measure their run-up. It's all about having a lot of fun for a great cause.
I play a lot of charity cricket, but this one's close to the cricket fraternity's heart. But it's the David Hooks Foundation, and he was a great opponent, but a mate of all of us who are playing here today. And to have a cricket person involved with a charity is something special. And Hooksy's not with us, and hopefully we're trying to give something back and not make that loss totally in vain.
Yeah, you're much more likely to need a transplant than you ever are to get one, if you do need it. So it can happen to anybody, and myself at 25 is a prime example.
So the word is out, just tick the box on the licence, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, easy as that. Or go to a Medicare office and get an organ donation form. It's really easy and really worthwhile.